Joe, I will tell you this. Usually when I'm torn in a fight, I always pick the American. When I'm stuck, there's two fighters fighting, one's American, one's another. I'm always like on the American side. This fight, I'm torn and I'm still torn. I can't just go with Johnny Case in this one because I like both these fighters. I like how they bring it, and I like how this fight's going to end up being. On paper, at least. This should be a super exciting fight. Let's see what happens now.
Of course, it always depends. But I mean, already Johnny taking the center of the ring. Yachi not giving up. Boom. Little inside leg kick there. Orthodox against southpaw, Frank.
Nice head kick.
Whoa. Overhand right. Beautiful. Oh, I think he's rocked, Frank. I think Yachi's rocked. He's going to have to recover. A beautiful takedown there by Johnny Case.
Great job stepping in. Like I said earlier, he recognized when a guy is hurt. I honestly thought he just knocked down Yachi with because he was off balance, not because he actually hit him. As you can see now by the way the takedown happened, he was rocked against him.
Let me ask you a question, Frank. Based on that, Johnny Case getting that punch and looking like Yachi was rocked, why would you go for the takedown?
So, I've always had a conflicting set with this. You're winning on the feet, keeping on the feet.
Yeah.
But Case he's in there. I learn more and more about this as a referee, because I would start to debate, why is this guy going to this position? He's in a great spot to finish the fight, but he changes up. Just because we see that, hey, he's rocked on his feet, he might see something even better on the inside. Hey, I can get this guy down, ground and pound. Now, obviously, it didn't work on this stage. He got tied up. There's been no damage being done. But when you get a guy rocked like that, sometimes you take him down, you pass his guard, you're inside. All of a sudden, you start hitting with a couple punches and the fight's over. It didn't happen that way on this one, but I think that's kind of Case's mindset that I can finish this fight right now without having to worry about, like I said earlier, sometimes he has the habit of punching himself out.
Okay.
He goes for the finish, and he's like, obviously now I'm exhausted because I tried to throw too many punches and didn't get the finish. This way, if I get in trouble, I still have him on his back and I'm still on top.
How much of it could be potential game plan coming into the fight, saying, you know what, we know Yachi loves to stand and bang. Let's just get him down on the ground and pound him, ground out a victory, and the opportunity then presented itself to Johnny Case, saying, you know what, I got him rocked, here's my opportunity for a takedown.
Obviously, that is a huge factor in it, if that's the game plan. And if you're trying to stick with the game plan. A lot of times fighters will switch up in the middle of it, and the coaches will tell you to switch up to game plan part 2. And in that case, we'll see what happens with Johnny Case's corner. Let's get back to the feet.
Yachi getting back to the feet right now. I'm trying to pay attention to John Crouch. He's in my direct view. I can try and potentially read his lips here.
So the good news is the crowd's
and he said dump him. Yeah, he just told him.
Yeah, so the game plan is to get this guy on the ground. So
oh, nice head kick there by Yachi. Nose is bloodied up there. Obviously, we got punched there at the beginning of the fight by Johnny Case.
So Yachi's now fighting out of desperation. He realizes he's losing the round. Wow, great body kick.
Oh, nice extended punching there by Johnny Case.
Here comes that big hook. You're going to roll under. Let's go.
Your hands up a little bit higher, Johnny.
Crouch is saying, get those kicks to the body. Answer back with that. Oh, nice left hook and a beautiful overhand right by Yachi. Johnny going in for that takedown again, Frank.
If Johnny wasn't already thinking about that takedown, he would have been knocked straight down to his knee. He fell into that takedown, but he's already trying to get into it. And look how good his positioning is. His muscle memory is driving into the corner, getting against it. Let me give myself just a little bit of time to recover. And you're going to see another single leg attempt to it pretty quick.
Oh, he's got double underhooks. Yachi's got double underhooks through the knee and a nice attempted right hook, Frank.
So if you watch tape on Yachi, every time he starts moving his hands a lot, he's getting ready to attack. He'll stand still. When his hands aren't moving, he's not moving.
Johnny more in a counter-fighting stance right now.
Yachi's right eye is already swollen closed.
Oh, jeez. These guys are throwing bombs. You're right. The right eye of Yachi is beginning to close. He's got a minute.
Johnny's caught him at the top of the head with several kicks and several punches. If he lowers him about 2.5 inches, he'll hit him right on the temple and put him out. Johnny's got improved accuracy with his striking game. Well, Yachi's bloodied, eye swollen, bloody nose.
He's a warrior, though. He's such a warrior. He's always in a fight. Superman punch there. Oh, these guys in the phone booth just throwing the bombs.
Grab it high right now.
Oh, there's the high kick there. Listening to his corner. Answered back by Yachi. Didn't connect, though.
Oh, good. Okay. So that Johnny has tried to develop that over the last couple of years. He dips his right hand, throws like a lazy right hook to make you dip to your left, and hits you with his left hook. That time Yachi didn't fall for it, but you'll see it again later in the fight. Great round.
Excellent round.
Yeah. And it's one of those rounds where any minute, any punch could finish the fight.
And that's what happens sometimes with these 4-ounce gloves, Frank. You know it all too well. You think everything is going one way, that punch lands with those 4-ounce gloves, game over.
Why are you trying to bring up the Sarah fight? Why are you trying to... Just because Longo's here doesn't mean you can talk about Sarah like that.
Why are you getting emotional? It's a live broadcast, Frank. We're going to have to hug it out.
Got my emotions. That's my emotions.
We're going to have, in the intermission, they have to hug Frank Trigg. His wife, Jill Trigg, right now is looking at me, just shaking her head, saying, what are you two guys doing? Frank, the replay's on right now. Let's take a look here at Yachi and Johnny Case.
Nice straight right hand comes across, puts a little dip into his body, and you can tell that one thing that Yachi doesn't do a very good job of is selling. Takanori Gomi sitting there, Fireball Kid. Is that Yachi doesn't sell the fact that it doesn't bother him. Every time he gets hit with a hard punch, he backs up 20 feet. He's like, paws are out to his hands, kind of shakes his head. So when you hit him with a good punch, you know you hit him with a good punch because he reacts to it.
When you put Takanori Gomi on the screen, obviously a former opponent of Yachi, they're going to look at his eye right now. You've got to expand the shot to see if he's got a beer there.
That's probably why they kept it closed, because he probably has 4 beers there.
That's exactly it. For those that don't know, that follow the story of the fight between Yachi and Gomi, after the fight, it was Yachi that asked Gomi after he defeated him, saying, listen, I'd like to learn more from you. They actually went out drinking, because Gomi's known for his beer prowess. And Yachi eventually told all of us, man, that guy can drink. I could not keep up with him. That guy is nuts.
Gomi definitely knows how to do it.
The doctors have looked at the eye and they said, nope, you can continue. Let's do it. Or they'll allow him to continue. So here we go. Look for Johnny Case to aim. There it is right there, Frank. The jab right to that eye.
Stay on it. Right hand staying a little bit higher now. Johnny knows he's getting kicked to the head. Yachi's trying to get that neck as quick as he can.
He's just Johnny Case is zoning in on that left eye. But it actually opens up other opportunities to throw other things to the body when you got your opponent thinking, man, this guy keeps coming after my eye.
Yeah, but also, too, it also sets you up for counters because he knows you're going to your eye every time you sidestep. You have to be real cautious of this. It's a two-way street, man. Sometimes it works to your benefit, sometimes it doesn't.
Feign again. That's it. And then we jab. Jab him right eye. Just touch him with that jab. Whip that right eye.
Yeah, Johnny's more in a counter stance right now. Nice jab, boom, right to the takedown.
Nice job. He was backing up on defense, sliding, bobbing, weaving, backing up. All of a sudden, he stopped backing up and let Yachi come into him and gave him the perfect takedown because he let Yachi just close the distance.
Put that forearm back in front of his face.
Hey, you have the underhook on your right side. If you
receive
drive your
here.
right hip down to the ground and step
Johnny
over
Case.
Casey's got to get up for some ground and pound. He can't just sit here doing nothing.
You got to drive forward. That's all right.
Left hand just right in his eye. Hey, just noogie that left eye with that hand here. Shut that
You
eye.
can hear the corner of Johnny Case right now saying, you got to free up that left arm, I think. You got to free it up and go after it.
Well, it's tough to fight when you got butterfly guard stuck on you. But right now, if you try to get that arm out,
Yeah.
you sit yourself back, all of a sudden it allows him to start moving your hips again.
There you go, right there. Good positioning by Johnny Case with his head right now, keeping his body centered, using his head to push the chin back of Yachi. Yusuke now trying to grab wrist control of Johnny's left arm, and as soon as he let go of it, there's a punch there by Johnny.
Johnny's doing a good job of keeping Yusuke's heels to his thighs, to the back of his legs, so you can't really do much with it. Takes a lot of the power out of it as long as you keep weight in your hip. And every time you see him Yusuke bringing his hips up is because Johnny's leaning forward and getting head heavy.
Now, depending on what school you train at, there's there's many different ways you can bypass the butterfly guard. One of them there is to be careful when you extend back, and the other way is just simply pick a side, drop your opponent down to that side there, and start trying to get your leg free. Or sorry, your hip over the top.
Go to the top.
Always got to watch out for the triangle on the armbar. Little slam there. Keeping control. There's some punches there. Good punching there by Johnny.
Okay,
Close guard now.
Yeah, back in the close guard, but his head is still caught. He still is not free. Can't push up and get any kind of striking going.
2 minutes to go here. Second round scheduled for 3.
Yusuke doing a good job of tying him up from the bottom. Minimal damage every time he moves. Legs come higher.
John Crouch telling Johnny Case, pay attention. He wants your right arm.
Roll the other one. Give me the left hook to the eye. Roll it and go.
John is one of the most underrated, or maybe underappreciated guys in MMA, especially the trainer. He's intense, by the way.
Extremely intense. The way he's eating his omelet today, I thought he was yelling at his omelet in the breakfast line.
Jab attempt there by Johnny Case. Now we got Yachi back on his feet. His stance is wider, Frank. You can see him loading up that left kick. And instead he throws the right. Calf kick. Ooh. That right eye is looking absolutely atrocious for Yachi. And that should favor Johnny Case, Frank, because you don't want to move to the power side, which is basically what he's doing right now. He's moving a bit to his right. Perhaps move to your left or move to his left to throw that.
Get that foot to the outside. He's going to his lead foot to the outside of Yusuke's foot. Lead foot.
Locking him down. Good combination throw in there. Another one there by Johnny Case. 30 seconds to go here. Second round scheduled for 3. Now the eye. He hit the eye again, Frank, and immediately opens it up, and you can see Yachi basically just kind of wincing there.
He's stuck in the corner. He's only trying to battle out.
Time. Yeah, the referee's stopping this fight real quick. Have the doctor look at it. This could be the end of the fight. It's swelling up, Frank. It is swelling up big time. This could be the end of the fight. Like John Crouch yelling at his fighter with the meanest look at his face, saying, "Great job, great job."
Why are you yelling at me, Dad? I thought I did good.
I thought I did good, Coach. Let's take a look here how this went down, Frank. Here you see here loading up the right hand, coming right through. Boom! That is what split it open, Frank.
Yep, there it is.
Crouch just telling his fighter, you have not lost 1 second in this fight. Obviously, it's keeping his fighter's confidence up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Very important.
And we all know there's been back and forth.
Yes.
I mean, it's clear. But some of it too is making your fighter believe, you know, that they're superior. At this point, he is.
You got Johnny Case and his cornerman telling the doctors to, hey,
they always
it's
take
over.
a long time in Japan.
In Japan, they take much longer, yes. In the States, this would have been over by now.
Oh, yeah.
Technically
it's like,
speaking.
is it good or not? Like,
Technically speaking,
either you're good or you're not good.
Have you been in a situation when you're refereeing, Frank, and this type of scenario happens and you're like, okay, guys, what are you doing?
No. I've been great. In the state of California, where I do most of my reffing,
it's over.
Yeah.
It is
as
all
it should be.
over.
It's taking so long at that point. Why are you still working with it? It should be over.
Sorry, finish your story, Frank.
But the California doctors are so good under Andy Foster's, direction of like, we have to get this thing moving. If it's not good, stop it. Like, let's get it over. Let's get this fight done and wave it off and get the announcement. If it's good, then let's get back out there. Let's not take any time, because the longer the break is, both guys are recovering. Both guys are getting energy back. Both guys, it's not good to have a 3-minute break in the middle of a 5-minute round. Let's just get it done and over. So when it takes like longer than 10 seconds, 15 seconds to look at a cut, and you're trying to stop the blood, you're like, look, the fight's over. Let's save the fighter from his own damage. The fighters are if you let this fight continue, the fighters will be like, yeah, if you go to both of them, hey, you want this fight to go on? Yeah, absolutely, I want to keep fighting. But not any good for his eye, not going to be able to see, it's still leaking, got need more stitches. Let's just get this fight done, move it on, and move on to the next fight.